Hi, I'm Rosalie. And before I jump into my story, I think you should know that I was living what I thought was the perfect life. I'm a real estate agent here in Seattle, specializing in luxury properties. You know those homes you see in magazines? Yeah, those are my bread and butter. Hey, Rosalie, got those papers for the lakefront listing? Maya was lounging in my office, feet propped on my designer coffee table like she owned the place. That's my best friend. Zero boundaries, but a heart of gold. Already submitted them. 8 million asking price, and I bet it'll go over. Must be nice. Though not as nice as being married to Mr. Perfect Lawyer. She winked at me. Right then, my phone buzzed. I glanced at it casually, expecting another client message. Instead, my stomach dropped. Girl, you look like you've seen a ghost. I just got this message. Listen. Hi, Rosalie. We haven't met, but we need to talk. I'm Sarah, and I've been seeing James for months now. It's time to face reality. You should divorce him. He's not happy, and we're tired of hiding. What the actual hell? Maya jumped up, spilling her coffee. James? You're James? My hands were shaking as I called my sister. Caroline, I need you. Slow your roll, sis. What's wrong? Some woman named Sarah just texted me claiming she's sleeping with James. Don't delete anything. Send me screenshots now. That's Caroline. Always in problem-solving mode. I started thinking about the past few months. James staying late at the firm, those mysterious gym sessions, the new cologne he never wore before. Remember when I asked about that perfume smell on his jacket? I looked at Maya. And he said it was from hugging his client after winning her case? Damn, Rosalie. His passwords changed too, I realized. He used to let me check his schedule on his phone, but last month he said the firm required new security protocols. Classic cheater moves, Maya growled. Want me to run her name through my PI database? Both of you, listen, Caroline cut in through the speaker. Don't confront him yet. Let's get proof first. Rosalie, can you act normal? I stared at our wedding photo. 8 years of memories. Our anniversary dinner last month where he seemed distant. I can do better than normal. I'll make his favorite dinner tonight. Act like everything's fine. Meanwhile, I want to know everything about this Sarah person. That's my sister. Keep your friends close. And your husband's side piece under surveillance. Maya finished with a grim smile. Looking at that message again, I felt something shift inside me. The hurt was still there, but now it was hardening into something else. Something colder. More calculated. Game on, Sarah. Game on. The next morning, I met Maya and Caroline at our usual coffee spot, far from James's office. You won't believe what I found. Your little Miss Homewrecker? She's a junior associate at James's firm. Maya slid her tablet across the table. Look at her LinkedIn. Started 6 months ago in corporate law. Graduated top of her class at Stanford. Caroline was scrolling through her phone. Wait, that's when James started staying late for mentoring sessions. I felt sick remembering how proud I'd been of him for helping new lawyers. Oh, it gets better. Check his credit card statements. Caroline turned her laptop toward me. These dinner charges? Le Petit Bistro? That's our special occasion restaurant? 3 times in the past month. Always on Tuesday nights when you have those real estate networking events? Pull up the security footage. Maya leaned forward. The restaurant owes me a favor from a case I worked. The footage showed them sitting in a corner booth. Our corner booth. But something seemed off. Sarah was doing all the talking, gesturing intensely while James looked uncomfortable. Hold up. I did some digging into her past. Maya pulled out a file. 2 years ago, she worked at Thompson and Reed. Ring any bells? The firm that collapsed after that huge scandal? Bingo. And guess who was involved? 3 married partners, all caught in compromising positions. Firm imploded, but Sarah walked away clean. That's not all, Caroline interrupted. I got into her email, don't ask how. She's been collecting dirt on every partner at the firm. But she's focused on James because he's next in line for partner, I finished. The youngest candidate in the firm's history. Look at this email thread. Caroline showed me her screen. She's threatening to send photos to all the partners' wives unless they vote him out. But why target James if she wants him out? Because he's a backup plan, Maya said. If they don't vote him out, she'll force him to give up his spot to her by threatening our marriage. The pieces clicked into place. Classic honey trap, but she didn't count on one thing. What's that? You've got us, Maya grinned. And unlike those other wives, you're not just going to cry and file for divorce. We need to be careful, though, Caroline warned. She's smart. Look at these encrypted messages to other associates. She's building a network, I realized, getting dirt on everyone. Last week, she applied for the partner track. Maya showed me another document. They're voting next month. So we have 4 weeks to take her down. Rosalie, are you sure you want to do this? James is a coward who got played, but nobody threatens my marriage as leverage. Nobody. Then let's get to work. I've got surveillance gear in my car. And I've got access to the firm's security system, Caroline added. I looked at the photo of Sarah on my phone, her perfectly practiced smile screaming ambition. Time to show this backstabbing barracuda what happens when you mess with the wrong wife. I walked into Richard's corner office, my hands steady despite my racing heart. Rosalie, this is unexpected. How's the real estate market treating you? Cut the small talk, Richard. We need to discuss Sarah. His face dropped. Close the door. She's trying to force James out of the partnership vote. I know. She's got dirt on half the partners here. Photos, emails, recordings. Just like Thompson and Reed, right? You know about that? He loosened his tie, looking defeated. I know everything, including how she's playing James. Question is, why haven't you stopped her? These allegations could destroy the firm's reputation. We can't risk... Can't risk what? Looking bad? While she's destroying marriages and careers? Listen, there's something you don't know. Richard pulled out a flash drive. She's been collecting information for months. Even has footage from the partners' retreat in Aspen. That's why you're all scared. But I'm not. And I've got a plan. The annual charity gala is tomorrow night. Perfect. Every partner and their spouse will be there, including Sarah. You want to expose her at the gala? That's exactly what she deserves. But I need your help. My phone buzzed. Text from Maya. Got the security footage from Thompson and Reed. You won't believe what I found. Richard, how would the board react if they knew Sarah was behind the Thompson scandal? That would change everything, but those records were sealed. Not anymore. Question is, are you with me? He stared at the family photo on his desk. What do you need? Access to the firm's email server? And your wife Ellen's help? Ellen? Why? Because Sarah trusts the partners' wives. She thinks we're all just trophy wives who shop all day. My phone buzzed again. Caroline. System breach complete. Ready when you are. Tomorrow night, Sarah will try to corner James during the gala. She'll threaten to expose their relationship unless he withdraws from the partnership. How can you be so sure? Because I know her type. Ambitious, ruthless, thinks she's smarter than everyone else. And what makes you different? I'm not trying to be smarter, just more prepared. The office door opened. Richard, the Thompson and Reed files you wanted. Sarah froze, seeing me. Sarah, perfect timing. Richard was just telling me about the partner track. Quite the accomplishment. Her practiced smile appeared. Rosalie, what a surprise. How's James? Oh, he's great. Looking forward to tomorrow's gala. You'll be there, right? Wouldn't miss it. As she left, Richard whispered, she'll be suspicious now. Count on it. That's exactly what we want. My phone lit up. Maya, surveillance equipment planted in the ballroom. Game on. I smiled, thinking of the trap we'd set. See you tomorrow night, Richard. Wear something nice. It's going to be quite a show. I stood near the ballroom's grand staircase, watching Sarah work the room. The evidence folder felt heavy in my clutch. Everything's set up. Cameras are rolling. Maya adjusted her waiter's uniform. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our managing partner, Richard Stevens. Before we discuss this year's charitable contributions, we have a special presentation. Richard nodded toward the projection screen. Sarah moved closer to James, exactly as planned. Don't even think about warning them, she whispered to him. Actually, Sarah, why don't you come up here? I stepped forward. Tell everyone about Thompson and Reed. I don't know what you're talking about. No? Let me refresh your memory. The screen flickered to life, showing emails, photos, bank transfers. 3 ruined marriages, 2 partnerships destroyed, and 1 person walking away clean. These are confidential documents. She lunged for the podium. Like the ones you've been collecting here? The photos from Aspen? The fake evidence against James? The room erupted in whispers. James stepped away from her, finally showing some backbone. You think you're so clever, Rosalie? At least I'm not wasting my life selling houses to people richer than me. No, you're just blackmailing your way to the top. How's that working out? This is ridiculous. James, tell them. It's over, Sarah. Richard stepped forward. The ethics board already has copies of everything. You can't prove anything. Actually, Caroline emerged from the crowd, tablet in hand. Your encrypted emails weren't as secure as you thought. Sarah's face crumbled. She grabbed her purse, pushing through the shocked crowd. Security will escort you out, Richard called after her. And Sarah, the Bar Association will be in touch. Later that night, James approached me at the valet stand. Rosalie, I can explain. Save it. You let her manipulate you, threaten you, all because you were too weak to stand up for yourself. I never meant to hurt you. She said she'd ruin my career. And our marriage was just collateral damage? Here. I handed him an envelope. Divorce papers, already signed. Please, we can work this out. The thing is, James, I'm not leaving because you might have cheated. I'm leaving because you were too cowardly to fight back. 6 months later, I stood in front of my new office building. Rosalie Mitchell Luxury Properties, shown in gold letters. Look who's crushing it. Maya appeared with champagne. Just signed the Morgan account. That's $3 million in commissions this month. And James? Heard he made partner after all. Guess Sarah's schemes actually helped him grow a spine. Speaking of Sarah, saw her working at some strip mall law firm in Nevada. Karma's funny that way. I unlocked the door to my empire. Now, about that penthouse listing. To new beginnings? Maya raised her glass. To knowing your worth? I smiled, thinking how sometimes losing everything is the key to finding yourself. What would you do if you discovered your spouse was being manipulated but chose not to fight back? Would you support them through their weakness? Or would you, like Rosalie, decide that cowardice is a bigger deal breaker than potential infidelity? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm really curious to hear your perspective on whether strength of character matters more than fidelity in a marriage. If you enjoyed this story of revenge and self-discovery, hit that like button and subscribe for more dramatic real-life stories. And hey, don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an upload.